Welcome to Super Chats. I'm Nick.
I'm Cameron.
Carlos.
And this week, Gura got a new outfit. Calli got featured in Shonen Jump. And Device is here. Let's talk about it. Oh, thank God the podcast started.
Thank God. I was very angry. I was very upset. I was scared. What happened?
Where did the podcast go?
Where?
Why is it not
Where
here?
are you hiding it? Where did you put the podcast? Throwing papers, uprooting the floorboards. Where's the podcast?
It's been in here your whole time. In your Kokoro. Translator note, Kokoro means hook.
Don't! For audio listeners at home, I'd like to give you what video viewers have as a red flag. I'm drinking a Monster Energy drink. We are not sponsored, nor will we ever be.
I'm drinking a coconut LaCroix.
That's a red flag that you're well aware of already, gentlemen.
I'm just dehydrated.
Yep.
This
Carlos is not drinking anything.
This is my first Monster in 4 months. Monsters make me emotionally fragile, so I may not come forth as my most upstanding self. I apologize for that in advance.
Don't be a little bitch.
I wasn't affected by that at all.
Good.
So, gentlemen, how are we doing? We here to talk about some Vtubers, I hear.
Yeah, there's some new VTubers that are here. You're here to make a splash, here to make the name for themselves.
There's a whole new branch, and inside that branch, a whole new generation. And inside that generation, a whole new guy. I haven't seen any of them.
Oh, wow. That's unfortunate because some of these are actually, I think they're all really neat in their own ways.
I watched all of the debuts in full with the beauty of Google's automatically generated subtitles with the automatic translator.
Sanest HoloLive.
Do you feel like you got a reasonable understanding of what was happening?
3 of them, yes. The two of them that did literally nothing but talk in front of words, I have no idea anything about them.
Interesting.
So
I see you've put Best Girl second, which is Ririka.
See, I started watching them in what I thought was debut order, and then I just didn't.
Yeah, Ao was the first in debut order, actually.
let me refer to my visual guide to get me through this.
You go ahead. Google in your own time. Okay.
Just got done learning 5 more people. Now I gotta learn more.
Visual guide's in the last one.
That's fine. I got the link.
Oh, perfect. There we go.
This should be quite helpful.
Yes. So we'll start with Kanade, though, because I do like Kanade a lot as well. She's really cool. She's out here memeing.
So the description that I got from her, and I can't get it out of my head now, is she's the Japanese Biboo.
That's 100% what she is. She came out of the gates just making jokes as best she could and knowing they were lame and then just like rolling with them as best she could. She claimed to speak 6 languages. She started, of course, with Japanese because she speaks Japanese, and then English, which she's decent at. She can she can converse pretty well with English, and then Korean. She's said that she's really quite good at Korean. She studied quite a lot. She's very good at it. And then you'll know that basically having go at the end of a word means it's a language. So English is ego. Japanese is nihongo. So when she claimed to speak ringo, which is the Japanese word for apple, and then just
I can speak Ringo too.
Yeah, go
hey,
ahead.
Paul. Let's play the beat, Paul. From the Beatles.
Yes.
Ringo. Good.
In this case, she just kept saying the word Ringo over and over and over again. Ringo, 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 Ringo. And then she was just like, she must have cringed herself inside out at this point. There were live reactions to this, by the way. Did you see any of those?
I saw Suisei and Miko were watching this.
Yes.
And I specifically remember when the language portion of this came up, and she was doing this, and she was like making these jokes about the languages, and Suisei and Miko are there deadpan staring at her.
They went from being like 6 languages, I'm incredibly impressed, to being the least impressed people on planet Earth.
And then after she was done talking about her 6 languages, and they're like, okay. So they went savage on her for no reason.
Oh, God, yeah.
They're like, so she's like Aqua.
Yeah.
As in, she makes really, really bad jokes that only she thinks is funny and laughs hysterically at them as she's telling them.
Welcome to cover.
I really, really like her.
Which was then them also just throwing Aqua into the fire.
Yeah, like, what is it? Aqua took damage, accident. Like, she got friendly fire on this one. Like, I did like, though, that, so the next one she said she spoke was Yago. Then she's just went, so desu ne. So desu ne. Which I thought, again, I like her sense of humor because I'm very lame. But I was laughing really hard at this. Have you ever watched Norm Macdonald do any stand-up? That's like the same thing that's happening here. And then the last thing she said she spoke was chinango. Chinananga. Something. I don't know. It means spotted eel in Japanese. It was the same joke again. Anyways, this was probably my favorite part of her debut because I was legitimately laughing so hard at her dumb little language jokes. Partially because I understood them and I was like, I understood that reference, but also just because I love like dumb humor like that.
No, my favorite was her very beginning, aside from even just her like loading screen. It was just like a flat PNG of her, and then it was just like blowing.
Oh, I
in the
did
wind.
see the loading screen.
Yeah, it's because, and then in Japanese it says in the middle, I didn't have time to finish my opening. So.
But you move on past that, and the first thing she does is she plays a Yu-Gi-Oh meme song on the recorder.
Yes. And there's a lot of build-up for this too, because she's like the ultimate musical performance, rivaling even Mozart himself. Like all of these things, and then she comes out with a recorder and plays the Yu-Gi-Oh song. It's very dumb. Like her debut, start to finish, is phenomenal. It's so good. There's a lot of subtitled versions of it now, so you can check it out if you want. Yeah.
Hers was the easiest as an English-only speaker. Besides that, she also had English words on the screen for a lot of it.
Yeah. So, just in general, really, really good. As far as an introduction to her bad humor. Apparently, so she used the same BGM as Bae.
Yeah.
Good job.
BGM.
I'm pretty sure they source most of this stuff from the same location.
Yeah.
So
I like the term same location. It's like they go out in the woods like, I hear something.
No, don't go down that way. It's chill beats to study to. That's their turf. Dangerous predators are over there.
We don't go there. I said we don't go there.
Follow the sine waves.
Believe it or not, she likes singing dad jokes into anime.
She you?
Maybe. I'll never tell. She likes Vocaloid, J-pop, K-pop, of course.
Carlos?
So I put in that she liked J-pop and K-pop, and then I watched all the other 4 of them, and every single one of them put J-pop and K-pop down.
Yeah, believe it or not, if they're gonna make J-pop, I'm pretty sure they're gonna like those.
I wonder what could have possibly have influenced them.
I guess even K-pop. I wonder how much crossover there is in that market. I won't pretend to have my finger to the pulse of Asian pop culture.
It's
Even my understanding of Japanese pop culture is woefully inadequate.
it's probably not as bad as you think. Frankly, I've spent a whole 1 week in Japan in my life, but like mostly walking around, I was like, oh, this is all the stuff I expected. Like, this is 100%. You walk through Akihabara and you're just like, got it. Okay, like tons of arcades, cool. Giant weeb stores, cool.
You set aside a
anime
gentleman.
figures everywhere you go, cool.
Excuse me, sir. Goku Naruto? Goku walks away. It's like, okay, gotcha.
Over a certain age, under a certain age, you get different responses for that.
Yeah. The child goes, Fortnite. It's like, oh no, even here.
I'm sorry, but we've moved on. We're on Demon Slayer now.
Oh yes,
Very true. Cannot underestimate the Demon Slayer train.
we haven't even left One Piece yet. Let's be honest.
That's because One Piece doesn't die.
That's true. It goes on.
One
forever.
Piece is where you left it.
750 chapters in's where I left it.
Hey, there's only 400 more, Chief.
True, I could catch up.
Just double your experience and you'll be caught up. Speaking of doubling our experience.
So yes, again, back to Kanade here. She wants to get a 3D model, do a solo live at Yokohama Arena. Very attainable. Most of her goals are music related. Mm-hmm. And her first cover, so they all released covers except for one of them. We'll get to that eventually. But her first cover was of a Psycho-Pass ED, Namae no Nai Kaibutsu, by
Great.
Egoist.
I love everything Egoist. It's amazing.
Here we go. Overall, I really like her. She looks like that girl from that anime about Bochi the Rock. She's pretty great. I love her dumb dad sense of humor.
Yes,
It just
yes.
tickles me.
Yeah.
Next up, though, is the one I've lovingly referred to as Mini Marine. And I'm sure that this is going to be a tired comparison very quickly.
So there's an add-on to that, though.
Go ahead.
She's mini Marine with a dash of Hajime mixed in.
Fair. We're talking about Ririka. Ririka has wonderful red/orange hair. She understands quite a bit of English as well, which is nice. She spent some time abroad. She said that when she was younger, she spent time with her dad overseas when her dad moved for a job. Her debut began with her locked in a cage with duct tape on her mouth.
Oh, I've seen this floating around.
Yes, this is legitimately like a kidnap scenario that began her debut.
And she specifically says, "We're in a death game now, and you're part of it."
And turns out she's a big fan of death games. She thinks they're very cool and interesting and fun. I feel like going to be a theme for her. She also likes snacks, manga, and sleeping. I feel like I would get along well with her.
Ooh, man, controversial takes. Reading things you enjoy, eating, resting.
I know.
Another one of the very notable things was she was talking and, giving out her tags and everything. And she says, "So I'm going to have an 18 plus art tag, by the way." And
Okay.
she already has one. She had one the next day.
Yes. The first of the litter.
We here at Super Chats have a firm stance against pornography. We do not support it in any way.
Correct.
For audio listeners at home, this is ironic.
We haven't addressed the Dakimakura yet, but we're going to.
We'll get there. It's a headline. It's personal news.
Sometimes life comes at you fast. She dislikes spicy food, tomatoes, and exercise.
Unlovable.
Mood.
Straight to the bottom for me.
Cameron's Italian roots come out.
You are gonna eat it. You're gonna eat a tomato raw whilst jogging, or you are no maiden for me.
She showed off her entire model, and she did show it off.
Did we get to see the dogs?
She's got these. I don't know about the dogs. I wasn't paying attention to the dogs. I was focusing on the ruffles on her shirt because every time she moves half a millimeter, they go whoosh and fly around.
They're live graphics.
Yes, the physics are strong with her. She also runs her own company called Ichijo Corp.
It's a joke.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Ichijo Corp. There we go. You can also join. She provided an ID template.
Yeah, and Shiori has made her ID, I believe.
She has.
Her first cover that she uploaded is, of course, the VTuber standby, King.
Daring today, aren't we, sir?
Perfect. So far, I really like the fact that she played Doki Doki Literature Club.
I can't believe
Doki.
that was her first stream. And from what I heard,
It went as well as expected.
yeah, apparently she knew nothing about this.
How? Your opening stream is you being kidnapped in a death game, and you're like, now let's play an unrelated fun game, the visual novel Doki Doki Literature Club.
There's subtitled clips of this, of course, already, which you should watch because, she hits the scene. Everyone knows the scene.
Did she get to Yuri?
And she's just like, whoa.
Did she get
was
to
like-
that lovely day you get to spend with Yuri?
Yeah, that one.
Space.
So yeah, she got to the good parts of the game. There's a lot of great clips. You should check it out. It's already a highlight from her.
For a visual novel, it's a really short one anyway.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy to watch.
I think she's already finished it.
Looking back at Doki Doki, I'm seeing more red flags from me. Like, it's a bad sign if Monica's your favorite. Not a good sign.
What do you mean?
I mean, she is the best character in the game, right?
She better be.
Ooh, there it is.
That's a good one. Clip that.
Can I tell you something fun?
Yep.
Never actually played through the game.
Good game.
I've been spoiled on everything about it, basically.
If it's spoiled, it's a rougher to enjoy game. Won't lie.
I've
I get
watched
that.
like 3 full playthroughs of it.
I'll tell you what fucked it up for me is I watched the Game Grumps playthrough.
Oh God, that's the worst way to see that game.
Yeah, pretty much.
No offense to Game Grumps, but
I love Game Grumps, don't get me wrong.
visual novel playthroughs with them is insufferable.
It's Aaron doing his protagonist voice all the time, and I just
It's doing his Okay, this is a PSA. No offense to you fellas, gentlemen's tastes, and gentle ladies, and gentle others at home.
We prefer to up people here, but
If you're watching a Let's Play, and the gentleman playing the game raises his voice to a falsetto when the women speak, they're not going to lend the dramatic scenes later on any sort of gravity. You should seek another venue to enjoy this title.
Monica, what do you mean?
It's like, no.
But and again, I love Game Grumps. I've watched them for years and everything. It's just one of those things where after watching them play enough visual novels, outside of the one where they fuck Mr. Hatcher, which is one of the best videos on the internet. Like, I get tired of the protagonist voice very quickly now. It's tried and true, and I know a lot of people love it, but for me, I'm just kind of like, I'm burnt out on this, man. But tonight I'm going to fuck Mr. Hatcher is one of the best videos on YouTube. I'm just saying. So that is out there for
Thank you.
everyone to know now. Mostly because of how traumatized Dan is by the end of it. It's so good.
This has been your Game Grumps update.
Sorry,
No, it's okay. It's okay.
we're all over the place.
I
now.
invited this ramble very openly. I'm very emotionally fragile.
Speaking of rambling, let's talk about Raden.
Ooh.
We're getting there. We're getting there, folks. We're learning how to transition.
We're almost a unit. Sorry.
Raden, I like because she's weird as fuck.
She is really out there.
She isn't like very insane, very obviously, and doesn't care to hide it, and I love it. It's so much fun.
Probably favorite. Let me get a closer look.
She spent most of the debut zoomed out really, really far and just chatting. Everyone else had a debut stream. She had a just chatting stream.
That is powerful.
She was drinking during the stream. And that's just the start of things.
So there's a little story about the flow of this too. Mm-hmm. So it comes in, she pops up on screen, she's zoomed super far out. You can't see her face at all. So after more than half the stream goes by with her being zoomed out, and she zooms all the way in so you can see her head, she's wearing a mask. You can't see her face. So she does this for a few minutes, and after that, she's like, all right, I'm going to show you some art of myself. And she shows art of herself, and it's like ancient traditional Japanese art, so you still don't know what her face looks like.
It's a really good troll. That's all I can say about it.
And the stream they do after this together as a collab, she's wearing the mask in that too.
Eventually she does take it off during that stream.
For like 5 minutes.
Yes.
It's like the opposite issue of Chloe.
So I will say, delving even further into this, apparently, her entire debut stream is a reference to an old Japanese story about a man who his fishing line breaks, so he goes and he pulls the hair out of a horse's tail to use as fishing line. And another guy says, you really shouldn't do that. Something bad will happen.
Fuck, for Warner.
And the guy's just like, what do you mean something bad's gonna happen? He's just like, well, some bad happens if you pull the hair out of a horse's tail. And so the guy's like, what is it? And he's like, And the guy starts telling him this thing, and he every time he gets close to telling him what's gonna happen, he gets kind of further away. He's like, I don't know, maybe let's grab a drink and talk about it. They go to the first guy's house, they end up eating all of his snacks and drinking all of his booze, and then the guy's like, all right, I've given you everything I can. What bad thing is gonna happen if I pull out a horse's tail hair? And the guy's like, oh, it's gonna hurt the horse. And like that's the entire like
Is Norm Macdonald from Japan?
yeah, basically is like the entirety of this. And so her stream is apparently like just a modern version of this. Again, I don't know. I haven't seen a full translation, but it sort of makes sense. It adds up to me. There was a post on the HoloLive subreddit that explained all of
Thank
this.
God there's people smarter than us.
Yeah, like we're out here just riding others to greatness. So it is
I don't
what it is.
even know what these people do. Do they play video games?
Some of them do. But
We'll kind of get to that a little bit,
so,
I think.
So Raden's stream was drinking and chatting and just hanging out, and apparently a giant reference to something. She has done some other stuff where she's talked about herself now.
Yeah, because she just chatted the whole time. She made it to the very end of the stream and then spends about 30 seconds speed reading all of her like credits for everything, and then immediately ends the stream.
Which makes sense. Yeah, she's revealed that she likes to drink and smoke.
Ooh.
She smokes at least one cigarette a day, and some days she smokes a pack. She has gone into detail about that, and she also really, really likes slot machines a lot.
Is she my mom?
Mother, have you gone to Japan? So she...
Hey Siri. Do I still have the issues? Oh no.
Thank you, Siri.
Nothing's more Apple than my watch not working, but your whatever working.
Yeah, my HomePod in the corner somewhere. She has said she's not allowed to gamble until she gets monetized. So there's that.
Oh no, she's gonna do gambling streams.
Let's not. No, fuck off. We're not doing that right now. She would have to move to Kick instead of YouTube.
That is true. Man, I'm weirded out. Never mind.
No, I believe she was just gonna go play slot machines with her earnings.
Oh, that's more what she meant.
Yes.
I genuinely thought she was like, oh, they won't let me gamble it away and mix some.
No, she has to be monetized before she's allowed to go out and gamble her own money away.
Yeah,
at
okay.
a slot
Yeah,
machine.
now I understand the context.
Also, this might be a translation thing because slot machines are, I think, illegal in Japan. They might have meant
Yeah, it's pachinko.
So
I know it's weird because she's explicitly said that she isn't particularly good at singing, and she also has trouble playing video games. So she is a bit of an odd one for sure.
I like her. She's also like her design is super gothic too. So she's all around an interesting character, basically.
I'll say, theme-wise, in some of her early execution, in terms of being surprising, she has intrigued me. But just like with any VTuber, I need to wait to see how functional she is as something I view. Because, like, yeah, this is all great, but then if she only plays, like, Terraria for 20 days straight, it's like, okay, there's nothing here for me.
Fortnite stream number 47, baby.
Yeah,
let's go. All right, her first cover is a cover of September Love.
Like Green Day?
No. This is some, like, 70s pop song, maybe? That's what it felt like. It felt very old, right?
It had that feel to it.
Yeah. One of those songs from the past that comes up every once in a while, and you're just like, oh, I forgot Sonny and Cher existed at some point.
2 PNGs?
Yeah, that's pretty much the video.
God.
Is there anything else we want to say about Raden?
Nope. I'm intrigued.
I'm interested to see where she goes. Again, I really love her design. I think she's wacky and off the wall, and if nothing else, I can't wait to read the articles about when she snaps. So we've got that to look forward to.
The bodies.
Hit the floor.
Yes.
Hajime is the next one on the list, and I might actually need a little bit of help with Hajime.
Hajime, go to her channel, learn about her.
Yes, the other blonde.
I looked up
other
Hajime
blonde.
on YouTube, and the top clip that came up is nobody can understand Hajime's Japanese.
Yes, she has a very particular way of speaking, and it's
Even I could tell,
Cute?
like, I haven't, even like not understanding the language at all, even I could tell that her voice and way of speaking sounded different.
yeah, kind of similar to Kobo, maybe. Kind of
Yeah.
thing. So for her debut stream, first of all, her opening animation is really fucking cool.
And
Very
and-
jet set-ish.
And ending. she has really good ones for both.
Yeah, the ending's really cool too. So the opening is her like running along like a fence, and then the closing is her dancing in front of a mirror. They're both really sick. I can't. I don't know who the artist is, but they did a fantastic job on that. So cool. And also, people have already been looping both of them to music, so the meme ability is high. She, for her debut stream, basically wrote stuff on a virtual blackboard the entire time and just kind of talked along to it.
So this was one. I said I got a good grasp on 3 of them. She is one of the 2 that I got very, very little of from watching her whole stream, because it was her in front of like a whiteboard, like chalkboard style thing, just drawing things and talking for the whole stream.
Yeah. I mean, just in general, I've seen her do, she's done a couple streams already, and she appears, as far as I can tell, to be extraordinarily cute. That is my entire opinion of her. I like her. She seems cute. I hope she does well. That brain empty now.
Her
Nothing else to
outro
add.
Looks very inspired by Jujutsu Kaisen's ED.
Really?
That gives me massive Jujutsu Kaisen ED vibes. I'll play like a second of it.
Oh, yeah. You're right, actually. Or at least the color palette.
I'm pretty sure there's a part where like he's even dancing in front of a mirror. The Jujutsu Kaisen man, John Kaisen.
Good old Jimmy Kaisen.
Well, her little clips, opening and endings make sense because she says she really likes dancing.
That's good.
So she's the dancer. Of the
She's decided on the correct career.
She's going to make all the choreography.
the Kiara of the group.
Yeah. She's restless. And so no surprise, enjoys physical activities.
She's also the one that wants to be the most badass person in the universe, I think.
She
right?
does. I'm curious if that came up at all, but unfortunately, I cannot speak Japanese.
Same.
I also
We're
cannot speak English.
kind of relying on translators at this point,
Yeah,
I would
like-
imagine, but
This is kind of why it's like, I'm going to wait till someone tells me how this gen's going, because I get nothing.
Well, there was one thing that I almost did forget about, was she was showing off her fashion sense. Mm-hmm. And it
She
cut,
did have a scene where like she was showing. Go ahead.
yeah, and it cut to an IRL camera of like mannequins with clothing on,
Beige.
with her face on a tablet for the head.
you are correct.
There she is.
Also, I like her fashion sense. It's very cute. I'm a big fan. She has, of course, released a cover. It is Carnivorous Plant by R.I.M. I'm not familiar with this song.
I was not either.
Interesting. I don't think I've listened to it either. I'm going to have to actually look that up after. Oh. Anything else, gentlemen, about Hajime?
She's probably the one I feel like I have the least vibes about. It's probably because you both have the least vibes about, but like nothing about her super jumping out.
Yeah. I think she's adorable. And then aside from that, head empty, no feelings yet.
Yeah, just no opinion.
Yeah. Gonna have to get more of a taste of her, you know. Not in a weird way. All right, Ow is the last person on our list.
Ow.
Ow.
That's the sound I make when I accidentally hit Nick. I go, ow.
Indeed. Hideyoshi Ow. This is one that, I'm going to be honest, Ow is not for me. Ow is not for anyone at this table. Ow is for most women. Androgynous to the extreme. To the point where most folks have said they're not really sure whether to refer to Al with masculine or feminine honorifics, I guess would be the term. Whether to refer to Al as Al-chan or Al-kun.
Yeah, it's hardcore. She is the handsome girl.
Yes, that is her shtick.
She literally had a skit in her debut regarding this, where she had to apologize to people for accidentally breaking women's hearts.
Yes. So this is one of the archetypes. Oh, what was it Tomo-chan as a girl? Is that what we watched? That she was breaking women's hearts too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is it's a well done trope. It really is. And again, it's never been for me. It's just not something that I'm super into.
It's a trope that happens in anime every now and again, and I never really care for it. It exists for a reason.
Yeah, it's very popular. Don't get me wrong. I respect it.
I like her suit.
It's a nice suit. The pinstriping is really good.
She looks fucking slick.
She does, yeah.
I don't know.
Again, just on a personal level, not for me, but
I would legitimately just have to actually watch her streams and see how her streams are like to get a real opinion on her, because looks wise, I'm not that interested. So it would have to be just whatever her streams are like, what her personality is like.
Yeah, I don't know if you gentlemen know this, but sometimes people debut as a thing and all they have is their trope. And then a couple years later, they're so far away from what they started as.
yeah, a couple weeks later.
They might as well sell the model on eBay and get a different one. Some people stay very close to their model.
I'm interested to see where she goes.
I'm interested to see where she goes too, from the sense that what is the ideology of this branch? Are you supposed to stay close to your character? Are you supposed to encourage it from like the idea of like every arc we build up towards the big collab song? Or are these girls still allowed to like go wild?
So that's one of the things that's been discussed pretty openly online is why is this a new branch, right? And why is this not just Gen 7? And there's a lot of little subtle things that are different. Obviously, they're all human characters.
Exactly.
They have their ages on display fully and visibly.
The most frank thing about that, like the one thing we can say is concrete for sure, the main reason to make this a new branch that we know and don't need to see written on paper, we know they wanted a branch of VTubers that is set in the real world.
Yes. And that is because this targets a different demographic. There's La Plus actually directly addressed this on stream. And she was just like, if you're going to sit there and say, oh, there's no reason for this to be another branch, this should have just been another generation, shut up, because it's a different thing. She's like, yeah, this is legitimately to target people that don't care about HoloLive.
Yeah,
that's the entire point.
Most
She's
blatant.
right.
Because I saw her talking about that too, and she's just saying we're all a bunch of mythical creatures. Regular everyday people don't watch HoloLive because they don't want this.
Like
This new branch is for that.
There's Coca-Cola. There's Coca-Cola Cherry. This new branch is Sprite.
There you go. It's different enough. Where they're still anime girls, but there's a lot of people that look at La Plus with their giant horns and go, eh.
Which means, in my attention, I think we have to see another similar thing is how long until they collab with someone from the main branch? Or are they going to be avoiding that so they don't scare off the audience they're trying to make? Because I'd imagine a big appeal of new name, new branch, new attitude towards the models, new attitude towards the lore, new attitude towards the direction is if La Plus shows up for one stream, it's like, okay, all the new audience members we attracted who didn't like HoloLive, now they feel as though they need to know who La Plus is and how she's doing. And that's the appeal of HoloLive. It's like, I used to not know who the fuck half these people were. But then it's like, oh, Calli's playing with this person I've never fucking heard of. Let's see what they're about.
Milky Queen? Who is that?
So I'm curious if like they're going to be avoiding that. Especially since they went out of their way to make it a new branch, which might be saying we'll be introducing even more gens into this.
I believe I've heard that there's not going to be any restrictions on it.
Yeah, I remember we talked about this.
Yeah, in an official sense, there won't be any restrictions. There might be outside pressures one way or another, but we're going to just have to wait and see. There's always a collab ban for at least a couple weeks anyways, so because they all have to, build themselves up a little.
I think that's something that always happens with me is I always envision this stuff as more corporate than it actually is. It's a lot less directive and command and idea to follow and more wranglers. Yeah. It's more you wait till they fuck up and then tell them what was wrong very lightly.
There are so many VTubers at HoloLive that are just like, I got bonked and now I know I can't do that.
Yeah, like it's less rules and more corrections.
Yeah, just like, okay, well, like, yeah, and there's a certain level of sense you have to trust your talents with. They're not going to go out here and start advocating for, horrendous things anyways. But there are going to be certain times where, like, Gura's going to get talked to her by her manager because she said something, and the manager's like, that really does not fly with your image.
Please stop asking to see the dogs, et cetera, et cetera.
Gura, the feet stuff was funny at first, but...
You are now getting sent feet in the mail.
Yeah. You mean pictures? No.
Feet.
Human feet. We don't. They keep washing up on the beach, and people send them to you now. Something sharks.
So, how do we feel about Device Boys?
I like it a lot.
The biggest takeaway that I think that we the only thing we can really say at the moment, and Lopless really drilled this into, it's been days.
We can't say anything.
Nobody has any idea what's going on until it's been time and we see what they're gonna do.
Yeah. Now, coming at this as like from the idol standpoint, I've got my favorites and I know who they are. And that's like, I had a lot of trouble with Advent because I like everybody.
Yeah, Advent was like bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
It's like not a loser here.
And then like, again, there's just, when we start with, it's a Japanese branch anyway, so I'm limited by the fact that I don't speak Japanese.
The mercy of the Clippers.
Yeah, the Clippers are what's going to make or break these for the U.S. audience because that's what they always are, one way or another. That's how it goes. So it's how popular is Ao going to be in general, because I have a feeling her archetype is going to work against her in the West.
Yeah, but good news, they're not targeting the West.
Exactly. in the East, or over in Japan, Ao's going to do banger numbers.
Yeah.
So, but it's also interesting that we got a couple talents here that can speak English at least decently. You know, they can get their message across one way or another. So there's going to be at least some crossover. Japan, HoloLive has been pushing for their Japanese talents to be able to speak English a lot with their modern generations, at least at a passable level. And that makes sense from a marketing standpoint, of course, because the more people that you can expose to HoloLive, the better it's going to be for everybody in general. But also, it's definitely going to be a situation where they have English coworkers, basically, so they need to be able to communicate in some way with them. I'm excited to see where they'll go. Yeah. And there's at least a few talents I can latch onto and be like, that's cute. I like that. Because if nothing else, the HoloLive talents themselves have definitely said in the past, there's always an element of, I don't know what she's saying, but it's cute, so I'm here for it.
Yeah, and there's at least 2, maybe 3 of them that I got something out of just watching from their debut. And I would be interested in watching more of them, for sure, just from what I already know about them.
Fair.
I'm tired.
I'm so tired.
I'm so tired.
Poor Caillou. We're here for you, bud.
There's so many. Indonesia Gen 4.
That's a whole week away. You calm down.
Ame, put those bags down. Ame, you stay home. You just got a new outfit.
It's a nice outfit.
It's a fucking great outfit.
It's really good.
She's so cute.
We were live reacting to it sort of last week,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's a banger. Bare shoulder. That's all I'm saying.
I wasn't sure what to think of it at first, and like the longer it went, and the more you saw of it, it just got more and more interesting.
I'm gonna lick tomato sauce off her shoulder.
Okay.
This is what Monster does to me. Brings out the monster.
Oh God. Well, if you were Shonen Jump, you'd be bringing out Calli onto your pages. Calli got a full-page article in Shonen Jump. It's a segment called Rock the Jump, and it focuses on artists. You'll never guess why she got this feature.
Is it because she released an album that's selling really well?
No. It's because she did a One Piece song.
Oh.
Dummy.
She also got a letter from Achira Oda.
Did she?
Yeah.
That must have made her feel real good.
Oda sensei wrote to her and everyone else who collaborated in the music thing. I really like it. He said it in a very Oda thing, speaking as someone who's read a lot of One Piece, and every volume has like a letter from him where he talks with the audience. Oda said, wow, the video was really good. Are you sure you guys aren't overdoing it?
Guys,
you're making me nervous.
You're trying really hard. You're making great stuff. I just don't know if I should be involved.
You're scaring me. I love that, man. Yeah, she freaked out over that. Understandably.
Yeah,
I
very
think
much so.
I met a rat once, and when I met that rat, that was a very emotionally affecting moment. I can't imagine what it would be like to meet Eiichiro Oda, creator of One Piece.
This whole last year for Calli has just been absolutely insane.
You might say it's filled with nothing but huge W's.
Yeah, 100%. And this not to put too fine a point on it, getting featured in Shonen Jump, which is the manga magazine.
The Demon Slayer magazine.
When it comes to manga in a weekly format in Japan, there's Shonen Jump and there's everyone else. That's just how it is. It's one of the biggest publications in the country as far as like entertainment is concerned.
And even when you think Shonen Jump's like done and dusted, then they make their online version with Spy Family and Chainsaw Man and do extremely well again.
Yeah, it's insanity, actually.
People just like comic books where the author's dying.
Getting a feature in this is pretty insane.
Yeah,
frankly.
It's huge. It's like a weeb mecca. We're nerds. Imagine you're in Shonen Jump.
Oh my God, I can't. My brain. Being perceived by 50 people that watch our podcast is enough.
Yeah, I'm freaking out. Thank you.
We really appreciate it, by the way, everybody who's shut up and hung out, and we hope to see more of you in the future. Let us know what you're thinking.
We'll let you know when the album announcement is. We've all been working on an album.
It's true.
Yeah.
I played drums.
It's true.
And not well.
It's true.
Oh, my heart.
FL Studio has this great feature called Auto Quantize. It allows for you to fix drum parts.
Oh.
It automatically aligns it to the rhythm.
That's just turn it on for
It doesn't work on yours, so I still have to redo it.
God, if we actually had recorded something and you said that to me, I would be heartbroken.
I know.
I'd be like, I tried.
I've had someone do that to me before. Then
Oh, no.
it's like, okay, I'll just go fucking myself. Here's what I do.
Say that. That gets censored.
Sorry.
You have to say KMS.
Yeah, it's fine. Censor moment. Our first censorship. But here's the thing I genuinely do, because when it comes to music, I actually do get a little egotistical. This is where I put a lot of my pride. I had a time where it's like I wrote like a thing for the band I was in at the moment. We say band. It was a collection of high schoolers.
That's a band.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And they're like, that part's not great. We're going to have the other person do that part. I went, okay. Then I went home and I like not envy, but like more like revenge. I wrote a song by myself just to feel better. That's where you put those emotions.
I've done that before.
I thought it was
pursuits.
great. Yeah, it wasn't good. I thought it was great, but I know better now because now my music's good.
Listen, if you listen to the music you made 10 years ago and you're like, that's still pretty good. First of all,
That's
there's
a banger.
two things that could have happened. One, you're the same person and that sucks. Or two, you actually made something amazing.
Yeah, 2, you're Toby Fox. You just wrote Megalovania.
There you go. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
For the Earthbound ROM hack on starman.net.
Choco has reached 1 million subs.
Congrats, Choco!
Congratulations. That means all of Holo JP Generation 2 is now over 1 million subs.
That's a lot of YouTube play buttons.
That's amazing. Congratulations to everyone in Gen 2. Fantastic.
Gen 2 is now complete. We are closing it down.
Operations will cease as of next. Yeah, if one of them gets graduated in the next week.
Oh, that's gonna be a bummer. Choco's gonna be like, oh no.
It's on you.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. No. Sandman losing the amulet in his finger. Never mind. Spider-Man 2 reference. I'm gonna stop drinking Monster before these continue.
Korone has reached platinum rank in Street Fighter 6.
Congratulations, Gen complete. We can close it down.
Stop doing this. You're opening yourself and us to problems.
My statements are my own. I show no political affiliation, no nation nor creed.
Super Chats, VTuber discussion podcast disavows all knowledge and does not endorse the statements made therein.
But Nick, I'm 1/3 of the opinions and more than half the volume.
You're 1/3 of the bullshit. All right, Kanada has returned to streaming.
That's actually really good.
That's fantastic. She had been struggling with
Asthma.
asthma. That's what it was. I knew it was a throat thing that she was having problems with. So she was having issues with asthma. It was causing her a lot of problems as far as being able to sing, being able to talk, and obviously, therefore, being able to stream. So having her back, she's shown up here and there for major events and things like that. The crossover with the Giants baseball team and things like that. But it's good to have her back full time as a streamer. Welcome back, Kanata. Gorilla Grip, etc., etc.
As of the time of when I put this in, she has streamed twice. It was a chatting stream and a Minecraft stream.
Fantastic.
Nice.
She's back on top.
She did a chat stream twice.
Pretty much.
Kanata is one of those folks that, like, do yourself a favor. Read into Kanata's history and backstory. It's well worth it. She's had an amazing character arc as a person, frankly.
100%.
La Plus will be experimenting with streaming on Twitch.
Traitor.
So I don't know when this started, honestly, because I heard about this. And I went to her YouTube channel and saw that she had not streamed in like 3 weeks on YouTube. And then I go to her Twitch page, and there are no archived streams on Twitch. So I have no idea what's going on or when this started.
I know that Miko has been streaming on Twitch for like over a year now. She'll just occasionally do Twitch streams instead of YouTube streams. And I know there's a few other folks that have Twitch channels. I know not a lot of them do it, I don't think.
I know Gura has one, but I don't think I've ever even heard of her streaming on it.
I think someone else in EN also has one, but I'm not going to guess because I'll be wrong.
Gotcha.
Whatever name I say, no, the other one.
No, it's just one of those situations where sometimes people like to diversify their chances and things. You know?
Yeah.
And if there's no non-compete clause on your stream, then usually the way those work is you're allowed to stream on either platform, just not both at the same time. So
Yeah.
that's how that works out.
Well, I know part of this is Laplace seems to still be kind of mentally struggling a little bit regarding her channel in general. I don't know, she seems to be a little like over ambitious. She wants to continue to try and push harder and harder and to push HoloLive into branching out as much as possible. And she's just not happy with her numbers, apparently.
It's difficult when you hit at any point in a streaming career. It can be very difficult for the streamer. Anxiety is a big issue for a lot of folks, and when it comes to numbers, once numbers get involved and you have concrete analytics to look at and you can examine, we basically just got started as far as like actually having any numbers at all.
We started having numbers.
Yeah.
We've reached numbers that second graders aren't ready for.
Right? Perfect. I've already had to have a personal discussion with myself and be like, close the analytics page.
Yep.
That's not going to change. And even if it does, it's not something you can really realistically influence directly. And because I've sat there with we got 40 plays this week. So does that mean, and you can sit there and you can just wind yourself up over numbers so easily.
It takes so few numbers to even start.
Exactly. And so when you're dealing with hundreds of thousands, millions of numbers, it can be very overwhelming for any person. This feels like a situation specifically where Laplace is a motivated person.
Yeah.
She's, I say she falls sort of into the Calli camp of like work, try and get things done, etc. Like she just has that air about her. I don't really know 100%. I can't watch enough of her content because, language problems. But I will say that it can, if you're working really hard and you don't necessarily see the numbers reflect that, it can be very frustrating.
From what I heard and read up on, that it seems that she's trying to do, she wants to make her YouTube a YouTube channel. Like she wants to put shorts and videos, and the bare minimum that she is obligated to put on as being a part of HoloLive, so major events and things, and she wants to go and stream on Twitch.
So I will say that there's a meta to this. There's a content creation meta that exists that if you do any research on it, you'll come to the same conclusion, which is you do not grow on Twitch, generally. If you're starting from zero, you don't grow on Twitch. You grow on YouTube, or you grow on Instagram, or you grow on Twitter, or you grow on TikTok, and then you get that audience there and then drag them against their will to Twitch. And that's how you build a Twitch page, a Twitch following. Because streaming to 3 people isn't going to get you very far. If you have an exceptional personality and every stream that you do has a dedicated point and a shtick and you're really going at it, then you have a better chance. But realistically, if you're sitting there, I'm saying from personal experience, playing Destiny for every day for 4 months And even if you have a goal that's very specific or whatever, the chances of people even stopping by your stream are very slim.
Yeah,
So
like
you build your audience and then you take them to Twitch is how most people look at it.
the only way to have any real growth in Twitch is 100% to have a shtick. There's 2 instances I know that are like, I guess, worthy of discussion. The only person I ever went out of my way to really watch on Twitch, there's people I used to go out of my way to watch on Justin TV, but rest in peace. On Twitch, I have a funny streamer boy, and every Sunday he would have weird Sundays where he would play strange games, like shit he found on itch.io, mobile games. Games are just bizarre. That's like, now it's like, okay, go out of your way to see the funny man on Sunday. You have to treat it like it's a variety show. You have to kind of go back to the TV way of getting people in. Like, oh my God, on Tuesday, they're going to eat a roach on Fear Factor.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta jump in. But more recently, we've seen Twitch growth. We've seen the desperation in that. We've seen people who are like, all right, for the next 48 hours, I'm not allowed to sleep. If you donate 5 cents, a taser stuns my balls.
Yeah, that's
And that's unironically happening.
People, yeah.
What I said is not, that's how hard it is to grow on Twitch, but
Subathons have turned that into just part of the meta.
that's
basically.
that said, I don't think that's what like LaPlus is really shooting for. I don't think I don't know why she would see Twitch as growth. I think it's just kind of more like something to make her feel more comfortable. I don't have the full context, and I think I'd like to dig into that.
It's yeah, unless you've got a very specific niche or something on Twitch, it's really hard to grow on Twitch. So
I imagine on Twitch,
We'll have to see.
if she's stressed about numbers, a good way to make the number stress go away is to do it different. Because on Twitch, it's like, oh, this isn't even my YouTube channel. So whatever the numbers are, it's like, oh, this is even cooler. These are the people going out of their way.
yeah, maybe it's just a different spot for her to try to see if things are different for her.
I can't say I've ever had that exact emotion, but then again, I've never had numbers.
Fair enough. Anyway, I guess what we're really driving home at the end of this is we're not 100% sure on this situation. Obviously, I personally hope that LaPlus does well with whatever she's going after.
Yeah.
She is just a heck of a person / demon. And all the best. Hope whatever she's going through eases up and she gets to herself to a great place, frankly.
I mean, I've not seen a lot of her just because of the language barrier, but anytime I've ever seen her, it's always been something really interesting.
Occasionally she'll pop up on the main channel and there'll be at least like full subtitles, which is nice. She's got that Kusogaki energy, man. She's just so good. So, you know who else is really good?
Who else?
HealsBadMan.
Oh, my favorite.
A big fan of Crony who has been posting memes to the subreddit in an attempt to get Crony to join the subreddit. He previously stated that at the 2-year mark of him doing this daily, if it was not done, he would buy a Crony outfit.
And we did talk about this last week.
Yes, and he would twerk in it. And as it turns out, Crony saw this and replied because he made a desperation post saying, please don't make me do this. We're getting really close and no one wants to see me in stockings. And her response was, I've waited for this for a long time.
But we've got the update on it now.
And what is that update, Carlos?
He has purchased the outfit. It
You're
is on its
goddamn
way.
right he did. You're a fucking Chad.
Can we get him on the podcast?
Maybe. We should reach out and find out. I'll tell you what, after the video goes live, we're going to rate it, and then we'll get him on the podcast. I think that's the plan.
How did you prepare to throw it back? Or to paraphrase, make those ass cheeks clap?
Now, I'm noticing in your twerk style that your back, like the lower back, isn't quite synced up correctly with the beat, and I'm really curious.
If there's anything Crony's
drill
good
into
at,
it.
it's keeping time. You should work on that.
Drill into it. Get into it. All right, so we're looking forward to HealsBadMan and can't wait to see what happens there.
He said it's going to be probably a couple weeks. That he
Coward.
has issues with things like actually shipping to his house.
New house expedited.
The excuses begin. We'll have to wait and see.
I mean,
Have any of you seen fucking Black Mirror? This feels like episode 1 of Black Mirror. Google it. You'll watch the episode even. You'll understand the tension I feel.
Okay.
all I know is the tweet that he posted is literally like the shipping notification that it's on its way.
Perfect.
Same energy.
Hell yes.
I don't want to do this in front of all the British citizens, but I must.
Oh, is it the pig one?
Yeah, it's the pig one.
The pig one.
That episode, the national anthem, episode 1.
Gotcha. I know about what happens.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, let's move on to more is savory the right words?
I was gonna say, I don't fucking know. I'm reading the first part.
Yeah, as opposed to being unsavory, like porking a pig.
I would not use any culinary terms
Okay.
for what you're about to discuss, despite the fact it's a fish fillet.
We move on to the summary.
Continue. Keep going. I don't want you to
sure
keep
you
going.
want me
But
to?
please keep going.
Gura got a new outfit.
Oh, happy birthday, Gura.
Happy birthday, Gura. She is now a schoolgirl.
Birthday.
Okay, we've got fucking 8 references happening at once. Let's calm down.
We're too many layers. All right, peel them back.
First, Gura's skin. Peel that. That's the first step.
Delicious shark skin.
Yes.
It's sandpapery.
She said during her stream she was molting and peeling back the skin to
Why
a new
she
skin.
always fucking like
Because
this.
she's Gura and she's wonderful and weird. She likes feet.
The last time she revealed an outfit, she was like in an egg sack.
I know. She's talking about what happens when mommy sharks and daddy sharks. Anyway, she has a schoolgirl outfit. It's really cute. She's got a cute little cardigan that she can wear. It's yellow. She can take that off and just be in like the summer outfit or whatever. It's good overall. Very cute.
Yeah.
She's got bandages on her leg.
It's appropriate as she is back to being in school because she clearly still needs some more primary education.
She does not know math.
That was so snide. I checked this YouTuber I'm in a feud with, and I couldn't help but notice that they have fewer subscribers than me.
What?
Like, the way I spoke of her was quite snide. It's like, how dare she be less wise than I, the learned man.
The learning. Let me cast aspersions and doubt upon her.
Oh, precise.
That's a term. That's a real word.
I know it's a term, but wow, it was a good one.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed. Someone
Good
has
beans,
to.
Good beans.
Anyways, she was very blurry at first.
It was very blurry.
She came back around. What do we think of her outfit? It's very cute, right?
Solid.
Yep, it's very fitting.
It's Gura. Big fan of Gura. Gura's great.
Gura likes the unironically cute outfits. Like despite how much of a shit poster she is, she does gravitate towards like a genuine display of enjoying the cute things. Mm-hmm. That's what I like about when Gura goes for cute. Is it's like it's a moment where she's not talking about feet and like disgusting glorious objects.
Yeah, she just really likes cute stuff.
I still remember when she was on with Kiara and Mume, I think it was.
Oh, was it a girl talk?
The girl
talk.
Yeah.
And everyone was genuinely surprised at like how just normally girly Gura can actually be when she's
just because Gura
being
can
normal.
fucking hang with the bros doesn't mean that she's not a fucking girl.
Gura has depth.
There you go.
Gura has done a lot of things, and in all those things, she has found herself.
Dude, it's almost like she's a person.
A human fucking being.
Yeah, with like multiple layers to their personality.
Yeah.
Like an ogre.
Or an onion.
Or an onion.
Which are similar objects, I'm led to believe.
Speaking of, nothing that we were talking about. We have a new piece of podcast decoration here if you're watching the video
Ladies and
version.
gentlemen. The Gargura Dakamak blah 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 blah
Yes.
featuring Bloop Garba Gerba petting a fish. She is in a state of sleepwear dress, and the dogs are out. There is a
dogs
single
are out.
shrimp living in her sock. Oh, how I envy this shrimp.
That's an ebby.
If only I could spend the night in the kennel.
Podcast canceled, boys. I'm not gonna say we had a good run, but we had a run.
I'm never drinking Monster before a podcast ever fucking again. It looks great. Which one of us bought it this time? Which one of us the massive fuck up?
So last time we had a new podcast decoration, it was thanks to Cameron. He bought the tofu wrist. Thank you. And this time around, Carlos has purchased the wonderful Goober Docky.
Yes. It has been sitting in my room unsealed for the last
I think you mean sealed.
sealed for the last 4
You better
weeks.
not have unsealed it, son.
Yeah, he literally opened it before the podcast started here, and then we hung it up.
It had
So,
no bacteria when it arrived here.
Once it leaves here, I have no statements. for or against anything
Gonna
that
be
will
filled
happen.
with spotted lantern flies.
But Gura has specifically requested that everyone who buys her Daki doesn't make it weird.
don't make it. She won't make it weird if you don't make it weird.
I still question every day why I bought this.
I know that feeling.
As long as it doesn't go in a jar, no one's going to be upset.
Big jar.
I
You jar your pillows.
You know what? Go ahead, Carlos.
So you brought this wonderful mouse pad in, so I felt it was only fair that I brought something else of one of my more regrettable purchases in for display.
Sorry, I'm gonna avoid visual comedy.
I will say that I have not contributed anything in the same vein to the podcast because I'm normal. That's a lie. Don't get me wrong. Most of the stuff in front of us here, all of the figures and a lot of the other things were purchased by me. So, you went
to
things.
Japan.
I went to Japan and I returned with many VTuber artifacts from the land of their birth.
Hey, there were 3 things on this table that were personally purchased by me. Out of how many?
Yeah, and our background Nikki over here is also purchased by Carlos. So Carlos goes big is what I'm learning. All right, let's get back to the outfit reveals because Chloe got a new outfit.
She did.
She did. Have you seen this?
There are way more fucking outfits than I thought there were.
Yes, this has been a
Holy
big
shit.
There
week
was
for
like
outfits.
5 in this last week.
Yes.
Let me see if I can dig them up, Chief.
Chloe's is really cute. She's got twin tails. It's like a black and gray goth thing.
I do like twin tails.
With lots of belts. She got band-aids on her arms. She got a removable overcoat. She's got a boob window. And again, a really cool belt. There's a lot of like heart-shaped stuff and references to her. Just in general, it's a nice outfit. Kind of gothy, kind of, I don't know, kind of cute. But again, it's very specifically designed to show off particular parts of her VTuber model.
Her ears.
Yes. I do love the little Band-Aid hair clip too. I think it's really cute.
Gura's outfit was also designed to reveal her at least a singular ear.
Oh yes, that's right. I forgot about that. So now she can hear what chat's up to. That was her explanation. So yes, those are the first 2 outfits that have occurred. And next up is Flare. I have not seen Flare's new outfit, but it is very girly and pink and white.
I'm about to see it.
It's really, I don't know. I liked it a lot. It's really cute. It's very very white and pink.
She's got a small coat over top of a dress. It's got a nice little tie.
There's layers. No.
Yeah, it's like a light, like a little light flowy jacket and over top of a
Oh,
dress.
here's like the full reveal. Okay. Boots, socks, Argyle.
I like the boots.
Gear. Oh, there's the coat.
Oh yeah, she got like big
skewers.
belt straps on the coat.
Oh, okay. I see the appeal now. So she got this thing with the jacket and everything and immediately took the jacket off and is only streaming with the shirt.
It looks like a pretty much like a schoolgirl uniform underneath.
Pretty much.
It's
yeah.
like
It's like
I'm getting.
uniform-esque. I think the idea is like she's trying to imply an air of employment.
Yeah, if Gura's wearing an elementary school thing, then this looks like a college thing.
Yeah, she looks like she's either going to college or serving you a coffee or helping you with your flight.
Yes.
I get the professional vibe from it.
I can see that.
And I think this was.
I think it's the necktie that does it for me. That I'm just like schoolgirl.
I think this is her second new outfit. I believe this is her second one from what I read up.
After her redesign, probably.
After her redesign.
Because she has a few outfits from before then, but then I think she can still use those. But no, she might have gotten a 3.0 update.
I don't think she can use the old ones anymore.
Yeah, she got a 3.0 update, so I guess she probably can't anymore. And finally, we've got Rococo with a new outfit. It's a sweater with a large jacket.
Shoes.
Can be red or pink. Sweater can be red or gray. She got big black and red boots, and of course, no pants. So yeah, it's like a sweater dress, is what it looks like.
I like sweater dresses.
Yeah,
I'm learning about myself.
it looks good overall.
Got her mechanical legs.
Of course. So Rococo is a robot. and she's only in 3D, so this is a 3D outfit, of course. She's also, Rococo's known for having a ton of different accessories that she can pop on and off at any point in time.
I think
tons of different ears and things.
I think every time I watch her, which is not that often, but every time I ever see her anywhere, she's wearing a different outfit.
Yeah, she's got a lot of variability to her, which is cool. She has like a great design in general, and this is just another awesome thing. You know who it reminds me of is from Resident Evil 2.
Oh,
What's her name?
Claire?
No, the other one. The one with Leon.
Ada?
Ada Wong.
Yeah.
Like it kind of reminds me of Ada Wong's outfit.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So
Sweater.
that's what it makes me think of. All right. We're moving on from outfits unless you guys have anything else you want to say about them.
I like my Kirby shirt I'm wearing today.
It's a very nice shirt. I like it a lot, Puyo.
Thank you.
That's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
I'm rocking Miku. There we go. Midnight Grand Orchestra, which is a Suisei side project, has a new music video. It's for the song I'll Wait for the Night. It's an incredibly catchy song. The video has a very distinct style of animation to it. Have you seen this, Carlos?
I did watch it.
So, what did you think of it?
Claymation.
Yes. It's to me it looks like animated toys from like the Osamu Tezuka like Astro Boy era kind of thing, and everything's very shiny.
The texturing, immediate vibe, 90s graphic card demo.
Gotcha. I can see that as well. But as it goes on, like you get like it has the feel of like old Astro Boy and stuff as far as like the design of the character.
Yeah, it's like the eyes drawn on.
It's like the stop motion animation style, but with like heavy editing over top.
Yeah, very much so. Overall, it's different. I wasn't big on it, and I still think it's kind of weird looking, if I'm 100% honest. But the song's really good, and it's a fun video, if nothing else. It's different. It stands out a lot. So I'll give it a lot of credit for that. All right. Now we're on to music, so let's keep that train a-rolling. Reine has released an original song.
She allowed?
Yes.
Good.
It was for, I believe, her anniversary or her birthday. It was her birthday, which was on the 9th. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I believe we missed her last week. We apologize profusely. Happy birthday, Reine.
It's okay. We were drunk.
Yes. With power.
50 views. 50 views, Nicholas.
We're in the big times now. Her original song is called Sip Some Tea. The chorus and verse are in English, and the bridge is in Indonesian. It's a very cool, bassy track. It's got them high wheedly-wheedlies that I like. The electronic wheedly-wheedlies. Yes, exactly. It's something that they should play in the club.
I have never more urgently needed to understand what you fucking mean.
You don't know what high wheedly-wheedlies are? They're just like, it's high electronic noises. It's synth is what it is. It's just high-pitched synth. It goes wheedly-wheedly.
I love your onomatopoeia for it, though. It harkens me back to happiness.
Have you ever listened to Aphex Twin?
Yeah.
Of course you have, because you have taste. Aphex Twin, I resisted listening to it for a very long time until one of my friends basically forced me to. And I was like, oh, this is just beeps and boops with like weird static in it. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, if you'd have told me it's just weird beeps and boops with static in it, I probably would have just listened to it. So like, you just have to give me a weird onomatopoeia of something and I'll probably listen to your music. It's whatever. Do you have any thoughts on this particular song? I know this is more of a first impressions as he's listening to it live right now, but
I'm very critically searching for any Weedlewees.
I think it was mostly during the chorus, but I'm not positive.
I
heard a part where like the lead was going.
That's probably what it was, yeah.
I know the terms to describe what it's doing, but Weedlewee is probably the quickest way to describe it.
There you go. It's going Weedly Wee. All right. Have you heard this at all?
I have not heard it.
It's a pretty cool song. I recommend it. You should check it out. All right. HoloID Gen 3 will have their 3D showcase in October of 2023. It's upcoming. Look forward to it. It's going to happen. Additionally, just announced recently, and I don't know if this is in the notes or not, HoloLive English Generation 2 is going to have 3D showcases apparently coming up. Did you see this at all?
I did not see it.
This was announced on Twitter like a couple hours ago.
HoloLive Gen 2?
Yeah. Now, I was under the impression...
Wait, what do you mean Gen 2?
HoloLive English.
Oh, English. I missed English. I'm like, oh, we're spinning. We're going back.
Yeah, right?
I thought they would have gotten them by now. No, HoloLive English Gen 2. So counts, sort of.
Yes, Council Riss. They are getting a series of 3D showcases, I do believe.
I guess they had 3D model reveals, but not showcases?
I'm guessing that's what it means.
Because I remember they were allowed to stream with the 3D models early. And that's when Korone did what she was going to do.
Yes, so coming up soon on 9/16, 9/17, 9/23, 9/30, and 10/8. So these stretch all the way out into October. We are getting first the Kirin, then the Roni, then the Mooms, then the Rat, and then the Riss.
I think I did hear about this, actually. I didn't know if there was dates, though.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought this was as weird as you did, but like, yeah.
And then on the last day, there'll be a special collaboration stream.
A council risk.
Indeed. So that's something to look forward to. Again, this is sort of a last minute throw into the podcast here, but I just heard about it. So.
I fucking love the term council risk because it just makes the term Project Hope even less relevant.
Yeah. Project what? Who's ever heard of that? Nobody.
Sorry, I meant council risk. Oh, the one with virus. Yeah, you can tell.
The hope is gone.
Yeah, there's no
There is no hope.
All right. One thing that we missed last week that I also wanted to bring up is that Matsuri has a new original song. It's called Virtual Love.
Damn, they're singing.
It's a really hyphy idol song, and the chorus has a lot of like traditional influence, Japanese influence. It's got like shamisen and stuff. It's a pretty cool song. If you're not into idol music, it probably will not tickle your fancy, but overall, I like it. It's pretty good.
Oh no. I'm sure my fancy will be fine.
I mostly said that because I knew that
Yeah.
Cam would not really enjoy this one.
It probably wouldn't be for me, but hey.
All right. Anya has made a Hologra debut.
Oh, I love watching Hologra live on the podcast.
Knew this was coming, folks.
I'm not gonna lie. This is the first week where I didn't watch it on purpose. I saw it.
Yeah, I believe you hadn't said that exact same sentence like 8 episodes ago.
This one even more so. Like, I had time when this came up. And I was like, nah, I know when I can watch this.
Go for it. Anya, who I constantly just enjoy anyways because I love that she has a toaster. I don't understand that because I'm not like an avid Anya watcher. But she does constantly appear with a toaster now, apparently.
You say that like Hologra is grounded in reality.
That's true. It's probably a new thing and I just didn't know until now. Anya, who is a Karis, which is an Indonesian knife, weapon, blade, sword thing, is having a discussion with Iroha's katana as well as Ayame's dual katanas. Mm-hmm. That's how this begins because she's a sword. She can talk with them, you know. And they're both. All of the weapons are like our owners don't treat us very well. They don't sharpen us appropriately or clean us appropriately and all this other stuff. And then Ayame and Iroha are like, "What are the swords saying?" And she's just like, "They say that you're doing great."
They were all praise.
And so they all get thrown out the window because it's HoloLive and everybody gets thrown out the window. That's the joke.
No, I think my favorite scene from that was when Ayame gets hers thrown out the window, which is like, oh, it's okay, I have another one.
And then she gets tossed out the window with it.
Yeah.
Then Kanata shows up and throws Anya out after them. Ayame attempts to pull her sword out of a stone. And then Anya plants Ayame into the stone as well. It ends with a cool pose. And then Anya gets a bunch of the cute little animations.
Oh, these are the animations.
Yeah.
the
The dogs for free, yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I understand.
I
Got a fascination for the dogs.
Genuine brain rot. Put those grippers away.
And here's something that I hate about myself. I constantly forget that Anya is actually adorable AF. I don't see a lot of Anya stuff, and I don't know if it's algorithm to blame or if it's my own failing.
I can tell you exactly when I start liking Anya. Mm-hmm. She's pretty fucking great in HoloCure.
There you go.
HoloCure doing its job.
There you go. There's a lot to appreciate with Anya. She's great in general. Also, the meme that went around for a while of just plastering her face onto people was really good back in the day. I'm going to say that every time we talk about Anya. Get used to it now. Bless you.
Thank you.
All right. What's up next, folks? Nophi of Akio Air.
I'm scared. These are new words.
What are we talking about here, Carlos? This is on you.
So I don't know anything about the company, but Nophi is actually not debuted yet. Mm-hmm. She debuts in like 2 or 3 days as of this recording. Honestly, this was something that nobody really needed to know. To be perfectly honest, the company put out a statement explicitly saying, people, she is a minor. Like, in real life, the human behind the character is a minor. You are not allowed to make any 18+ content.
Yes. That was the entire intent, was basically to shield her from this sort of thing happening.
And you can imagine what happens when you tell the internet something like this. People horribly freak out. This was something that the company did not need to make public, if you ask me. Because the second statement they make is that the steps that they were taking is the company will be having control over her social media and will be vetting everything that she sees, which is honestly what they should have just done behind the scenes without telling the public anyway.
So this is a weird story, right? Just to begin with. They make the announcement that she is a minor. Please do not create lewd or lascivious content featuring this character. The talent behind the character is a minor. Okay. Don't hire her then, first of all. But if you're going to, then sure, okay. I guess I understand where you're coming from to request people not do that.
It's just hiring minors is not new for VTubing.
No.
It isn't.
You can be underage and put content on the internet. Anybody can do it.
Here's the thing.
The line for me is where the corporation comes in on this. And that is, HoloLive used to hire minors, and they haven't done it for a long time. Mm-hmm. It's been like 5 years since the last time they hired someone that was under the legal age of, whatever. And so it's weird to... HoloLive never put out statements like that either at the time. But I mean, they don't really acknowledge that as a thing anyway.
What made this worse for this company was that they explicitly advertised as 18+ only for auditioning.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. That's what I saw.
They made an exception for a talent one way or another for some whatever reason, and they defended their stance on it. If I was running this company, I would have said, we had a rule, we're following it. I don't care if the person is the second coming of Jesus Christ, we're not hiring them.
Jesus Christ didn't get a ton done until he was 18.
I'm just saying, like... If it's my company, I'm not hiring someone underage to do that. Like, essentially anything on the internet.
So you're
y'all a bunch of perverts.
You're auditioning for HoloStars, and what was your name? Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, did I offend the Lord and Savior? I would like to join HoloLive.
Look upon me and know my face. My God, it is Jesus. Sorry not to take your dad's name in vain. I apologize.
Super chat comes to him. Prove it. My Monster Energy drink is wine.
Amazing.
This is what?
Cameron of little faith.
I stream every Sunday. That's what Jesus would do.
That's the day of rest. That's the day he doesn't stream.
That's when he reads super chats and just hangs out.
Sunday's Atsu. We've gone a completely different route than where we should be fucking going with this entire
I smelled
story.
a bit and I bit down.
I understand. I get it.
Let's go back to the uncomfortable subject, shall we?
Yeah. Either way, where they're at now is the person behind the character has already tweeted some stuff out that was like already questionable, especially like, don't get me wrong, there's 15-year-olds on Xbox Live that'll tell me they banged my mom all day long. But when a VTuber that is already has this weird age controversy thing happening, literally puts out a tweet that says banged your mom, it confuses the situation slightly.
Yeah.
And again, if you're a 17-year-old VTuber and you're not associated with a corporation, none of this fucking matters to you. Like,
Yeah.
this is like, teenagers make banged your mom jokes all day, every day. that's part of being a teenager as I remember it. Granted, that was a long time ago and I'm an ancient man now. But it's different when you're the face of a company and they're already like, keep things away from this person. So it confuses the situation.
The key information behind all of this too that changed things dramatically for a lot of people was they put the statement out saying they were a minor. Everybody freaks out. It's like, what are they doing hiring a 14-year-old? Like, how do they think this is a good idea? And then the second statement they put out explicitly says this person is legally of age to participate in politics and government, and within the next year will be of legal adult age in their own country that they come from.
Yes.
So they are on the brink of being an adult. They did not hire a literal child. They hired someone that is legally still underage, but is old enough to know what they're doing and have a job.
I will also say that before their Twitter was taken away from them, they had specifically tweeted out that they really like the tastes of certain liquors.
Baller.
And that they were legally allowed to drink alcohol. So it's a really weird situation in general for this VTuber.
Yeah.
And just in general, I don't know, this is just a weird situation. There's no winning, there's no losing at this point, I guess. Everybody that's been lost on this is already lost. There's nothing to be gained no matter what we say about it. It's just weird.
Okay, it's weird how little info we were given, how little onboarding, and the fact that, okay, you're in line, you're going to a play, you're excited for this play, and it's like, okay, it's an hour wait, I know what was up, I bought my ticket knowing this. Ushers come out, and it's like, hey, what's up? They go, just a heads up, this is a weird play, you're going to be in a room with a lot of other gentlemen who have similar feelings to you. It's like, I need you to not get weird in there. What do you mean not weird? No water bottles. If you buy, it has to be a concession from here. No open, you got that? What's happening in there? You just can't get weird about it. The actors have asked us to make this statement. We hope you understand. Like, what the fuck? I don't even know what I'm going to.
Yeah.
Like, she hasn't debuted. She hasn't really made any statements beyond the haha Twitter funny preamble. And all you're doing right now is like padding the room.
I don't know what I'm even going to that you just let out is the perfect, like, that's where I feel right now. That's my soul. Is like, I don't even know what's happening here. Why are we fighting?
I just got in the car and mom started driving.
Yeah, so it's everything about this situation is weird and questionable, and we're just gonna move on because there's nothing to be learned, frankly, except for don't do this, whatever this fucking was.
This was a PR nightmare that did not need to happen.
It's exactly it.
This is something that should have been handled behind the scenes by either just handling what you are going to do anyway or not doing it in the first place.
You know what's fucking weird is they literally could have like said, hey, there's another person in this group. They'll be here in 6 months because there were just some technical issues. That's fucking all you have to do.
Even wilder. Have her debut, and they'd be like, oh, I had a family vacation planned, sorry.
There you go. Like, just something. Just there's way better,
I'm
more
thinking
tactful
of
ways
a
to
very
do it.
specific reference, forgive me for giving into my baser instincts. It's the end of a Tim Robinson sketch, I Think You Should Leave, the end of the drive-thru sketch, where he just screams, I could have just lied! I should have just ran!
That's all you had to fucking do. It's just not confuse people and upset everyone and give everyone a reason to shout on Twitter for 3 days straight. Thank you. This has been my TED Talk. We'll see you next week.
Also, last thing I want to point out is the language in this is so thick.
It's very, very
This
corporate.
reads like, holy fuck, is this like...
There's so many things that they said that just confuse people even more.
Is this a legal statement or infinite jest? Like, what the fuck?
Now, I spent a lot of my life reading Microsoft's press releases because I'm a very strange man. And so this stuff, like, I grok all of the legal document, like words and phrasing and stuff really easily. I used to read TOS for fun. And because sometimes they hide cash prizes in them. Did you know that?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so if you actually read the TOS every once in a while, there's one that they're just like, if you read this, email this person and you'll get $500. Like, that's a thing that's happened before. And so I'm always fascinated by that. Anyway, enough of my weirdness. Just in general, like, very legal speaking language, like, it's there for a reason. It's because everything has happened before and they want to make sure that, like, what they say is exactly what they're conveying as far as the law is concerned. This is written as a legal document, is what I'm saying.
It's just it's a legal document with a thesaurus on hand.
Yes, exactly. Most legal documents are like that.
Like they use like the word incumbent.
Yes. Legal terms.
Possesses
Legitimately.
eminently suitable for a career in the performing arts with the full support and consent of her parents for the decision the best interest of affording her the opportunity to learn and gain valuable experience. Blah, blah. That was a less spicy paragraph. You get the point, fellas.
Yes. They use a lot of very specific legalese. And that's on purpose. It's literally the entire reason they probably put this out is to protect themselves in a legal sense.
Yes.
Which, you know what? Hey, I get it. Let's talk about some of our favorite stream moments from the week. What do you guys say?
These girls stream?
Yes, some of them do. In fact, most of them do. Who watched Fauna play Starfield?
Little bit. Not a ton. I was too busy playing Starfield, the hit Bethesda RPG.
It's a big game right now.
Yeah. It's aight.
I like it pretty well.
It's not love yet, but the side dialogue's pretty good. But it's better because Fauna played it. Man, I love Fauna.
Man, I love Fauna.
She has been looking forward to this for so long. She really, really wanted to play this.
Her and Pomato Master, who is also a very, very interested in playing this. Go on.
Well, per usual, for when you play these kinds of games, you spent about an hour in the character creator, and followed by playing with random environment objects for a few minutes.
Bethesda.
So I'll be honest, I saw these notes before playing the game myself, and I was like, what are the plastic door flaps? And then I started the game, immediately found the plastic door flaps, and I was like, oh, these are cool. Because you can just, like, they're literally plastic door flaps, and you just can walk through them, and they bounce realistically around and flop, and they're just neat.
Fauna was extremely interested in these. More than she really should have been.
I don't blame her.
So
That's one of those little things you see and you're just like, oh, that's just so fucking cool. And you just can't help yourself, you know? It's like when people do like the plastic peels off TVs and stuff, and it's like, it just gives you that feeling. Anyway, she also likes Todd Howard, apparently.
Carlos, you did not write in the notes that when she's flying in the spaceship, she has a back model so it looks like she's flying.
I have the story for this, though, because I did watch this.
Oh, okay,
Go
keep
on,
going.
go on.
Who am I to steal your show?
So she made it to her spaceship, and she was trying to figure out how she was going to situate herself, and she's like, oh, I have to go to an idol meeting. It's like, okay, I'm going to leave. I'll be right back. And it's like, wait, hold on. I'm in 3D.
Oh,
She spun her ass around.
I forgot she's in 3D.
She spun her model around, put it in the seat, and then she came back and played that way for a little while.
God, it's so fucking cute.
I love when they do that. It's so good.
It's strangely, it feels like she's there. She's
Very
there in the
immersive.
start. Imagine landing on Mars and Fauna's like,
Fauna has been making great use of her 3D model since she's been able to use it.
I mean, that's just good to see. It's always great when they come up with these little like gags and stuff like that. They're just so funny. So there you go. If you want to watch Fauna play Starfield, the VOD is out there. Fuwawa, apparently, well, I've seen enough of this to know where this is going. Fuwawa doesn't exist anymore.
okay, so
Mococo, you have to forgive yourself. The accident was 10 years ago.
So we do need to acknowledge a couple things. For one thing, we have no proof Fuwawa is real.
I mean, that's actually true, yes.
What does she play? What game does she play?
Backseating.
Apex.
And Apex.
Yeah, but Apex also isn't a
And
real game.
occasionally Donkey Kong Country.
Donkey Kong Country, also not true.
All right, you're going to have to fight somebody over that.
No, I didn't say it's bad. I just said it's not a real game.
I'm going to fight you.
It's a great game. If only it were real.
Mococo, you have to forgive yourself.
So, long story short, Advent gaslit her.
I do love the fact that in response to this, on the Minecraft stream they did, Fuwawa and Fuwamoco made like their thumbnail was all of their Minecraft characters, and Narissa's was like phased out. The opacity at 25% is what it was, and they're just like Narissa noticed this and was like, wait a minute, why am I a ghost? And then someone was like, Shiori, you have to forgive yourself. The accident was or something like that. I don't know exactly how the interaction went, but they're now playing around with it. It's now just canon for them that one of them does not exist anymore.
I have to say, when Advent was first announced, probably the people I was most concerned for from a collab perspective was the dogs. Because on top of them being two, so you can never just have the one. It's always going to be them both dogpiling. But as well, they struck me as more as like traditional, they're going to collab better with the Japanese talents. Because sense of humor-wise, content-wise, what they're about, what they're designed to do, they're collabing very well in the Minecraft. Yeah. Every Advent Minecraft stream has been a banger. I'm very pleased.
My favorite part was when Mococo tried to mine obsidian with a iron shovel. What the fuck? Because I don't know if you realize this, neither of these two have played Minecraft ever before.
That is
They have no idea what they're doing. It's very funny. Every Advent Minecraft collab, which there's been 2, but it's just been absolute insanity and 5 people shouting at each other.
Oh my god,
constantly.
it's almost unwatchable.
It is.
It's great.
Really funny. The best part was when Shiori was like, all right, I'm leaving, bye, at the end. And then everybody else immediately just started fighting to the death. Because they're like, Mom's gone.
I do like the energy
started
that
killing each other.
Even Narissa's like very well behaved, but Shiori is somehow the glue of peace.
It's so funny to me too. Because like it's in other collabs, like Bijou has been the glue. Has been the group mom, like, okay, we have to shuffle you over here for Pico Park and you over here.
Yeah, Pico Park though.
And now it's like Shiori's just like keeping them in line apparently. Because as soon as she left, Mococo is just like, I wanted that sword, Narissa, and just like starts attacking her. And Narissa's got like a diamond sword with enchantment, so she just slaughters everyone. Like, it's an amazing time. Check out the Minecraft Let's Plays from them. They're so good. They're just insane.
You're gonna be hearing more about it in the future.
And my favorite thing about like that the whole gaslighting thing that they were doing too was Fuamoko had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
Fuawa just stopped talking.
Just confused.
That's going to be my continuing concern is like, to be extremely frank, everyone in Advent except for Fuamoko have a very high level sense of humor.
Yeah.
Like the most grounded humor in that gen is Bijou talking about feet and playing video games. Everyone else is like out there.
I've heard Bijou say the word grippers a few too many times already. Like
Bijou, like her humor's like, I'm a dork. I'm dorking around.
Yeah.
And that's her at her tamest.
head empty, big dork, lots of feet jokes.
So we're going to be seeing more instances for like, especially Shiori and Narissa, the weirdo vault, where the humor's going to get very out there and strange. And the dogs have no ability to catch up.
Maybe that's where we should, like, where we're at right now, this, as far as Advent has come, right?
Yes.
From my perspective is, the dogs are very cute uwu dogus that like to play retro games like The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of
This
Time.
is where the cozy folk go.
Yes.
They're very safe there.
Bijou is the gamer that likes memes and empty head.
This is where the dorks go.
Yes. Fucking love that rock. Narissa is an aggressively lesbian woman.
This is where the gays go.
This is where the gays go. Yes. If it moves, she will put a ring on it. And then you've got Shiori, and I don't know. This is your department. What's Shiori so far?
Lots of variety. She has a skit ready almost every episode. Ramble City.
There you go.
This is where the goths go.
There you go. So we're all set. This is where we've come as a generation so far, John. But yes, I just, they have a lot of great energy because sometimes they sync up really well, sometimes they don't sync at all, and it just, every time it's amazing.
Yeah.
So their collab energy's off the charts. So good. All right, let's talk about Inu. Let's talk about dogs again. Yeah, Ina and Bijou, Monster Hunter stream. Carlos, was this you again?
It was.
What happened?
So they, Bijou had started a new character for this, and Ina was using her old character.
The one with the giant fro.
Yes.
Yes.
And the very, very uncomfortably deep voice.
Yes.
This was a pure, just a sugar stream. They were both just adorable the whole time.
Oh no. no.
I really need to watch this just because I want this collaboration. Like I want this in my memories.
We were talking earlier about how Ina tends to really go crazy in collabs.
Yeah.
This did not happen this stream. She was like cozy and like telling puns and things the whole time.
I'm so good with this.
It was great. One of the very first things that happened was I don't know how much you two know about Monster Hunter. I know almost nothing.
I'm scared of Monster Hunter.
But you can,
I know enough.
But you can eat food to get buffs and things before.
Yes.
And there's like an animation where they sing and dance
And eat dango.
and eat, and
Dango.
there's a whole song to it. And Ina starts doing this. Bijou is not aware. Ina never skips this, and Ina sings along to it.
As you should.
So Bijou just stops talking, and Ina is singing this song. And once it finishes up, and Bijou's just like, "You're so cute,"
Accurate.
and they proceeded to both sing it every single time for the rest of the stream.
Hell yes. Yeah, I need to watch this start to finish, is what it turns out to be. I like that they share the same brain cell. They attack monsters in the same time, in the same way.
Yeah.
Roll up, put bomb next to monster, walk away, detonate bomb. Very good.
That was hilarious. There was a sleeping monster, and they both just completely unprompted went up, placed the explosive barrel down at the exact same time, and both hit it and detonated it at the exact same time.
Amazing. Synchronicity. Oh, man.
It was a really cute stream. Apparently one of the monsters is, according to Ina, named after a Yago.
Cool Yago. Or, Kulu
Yaku?
Kulu Yaku is what it looks like, yeah.
Kulu Yaku.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was made even better by the fact that I guess they put out some sort of cute cosmetic DLC at some point. Mm-hmm. So of course Ina had it.
Of course. Ina's big on Monster Hunter. I know she likes it a lot. So.
Oh yeah, she loved it. Bijou was especially happy to find out that Ina plays a healer subclass of some sort. I don't know Monster Hunter.
Gotcha.
But she could heal. And Bijou was beyond thrilled that she had a healer on her team.
Bijou plays healer in FF14. She's tired. She's exhausted. I know this.
As someone who likes to play healers, I understand. I also like that Bijou asked Ina to corrupt her. Yeah. And of course, she brought up the fecal pap of koalas. Yeah. Are you familiar with koalas' fecal pap?
I'm aware of the fecal pap.
Okay. I don't believe we need to go further. If you don't know what it is, you're lucky.
Go to google.com.
If you really want to know, you can Google it. I'm not doing that to you.
Or Bing it.
Sure.
I think one of the most surprising things that came out of this stream, though, was the revelation. I somehow didn't already know this. Ina actually really, really loves very spicy food.
Yeah, I think she said she's not really good at it or whatever, but she loves it, right? Mm-hmm. Because that's, I think, what she said in the past.
And apparently Bijou is the same way.
Heck yeah. Oh, wait, Bijou tried the one-chip challenge? What?
Yeah, she said her stomach hurt for 3 days after that and does not recommend it.
Don't do the one-chip challenge anymore. Somebody potentially died from it.
They stopped selling it. You can't do it.
Yeah, you can't.
Here's how they ate 14.
14 of them?
14 one-chips, is my knowledge, yeah. So that's why they
that'll kill you.
Were medically harmed, and I passed away.
Jeez, I mean, either way, it's a tragedy,
sad,
and
yeah.
Legitimately, we're sorry for the loss of that person. But please don't do that to yourself or anyone else.
Be careful. Know your limits. Your limit's one.
Yes,
it's just
even
every single person I've ever heard that has actually done this. It doesn't matter who it is. Every single one of them says it's not worth it.
No, it's not.
Fun story. I have 2 one-chip challenges in that cupboard over there. They're not from this year. They're actually from last year.
Are they good?
I don't know.
Do they expire?
But if you tune into my extra live stream and you donate enough money, I'll eat one. There you go. Doesn't matter if they're expired or not.
Expired one chip. The expired one chip challenge. Oh, Lord.
Goodness gracious. Pippa has played a fucked up game. Shocker. She played Class of '09, the re-up.
I skimmed this VOD.
Yeah.
You know how sometimes, Nick, where you say, oh, not for me.
I watched
The writing of that game.
I watched about 20 seconds of this and I was like, oh, this is all of the bad parts of Pippa's brain that tell her mean things.
This is like if Pippa made Life is Strange.
This is what I guess that's a little unfair. This is the bad parts of anyone's brain when they're left alone too long and they just think all like awful, terrible things about people around them.
This is every single negative stereotype of the early to late 2000s taken to an extreme.
Yes. So basically, it's offensive by design. It's meant to basically be shock humor, as far as I can tell.
I watched this stream for 3 hours.
Oh my god, why? How? How did you do that?
I got to watch her get to one of the endings. That was an ending.
Yeah. I don't know. That's not the stream for me personally.
You watch this for about 20 seconds, and that 20 seconds is enough for you to decide if this is for you or not.
Yeah, that's what I did. I watched legitimately 20 seconds. I was like, I don't, nope, can't hang. And then I was out.
But
So-
this stream brought out the absolute worst and everything about Pippa.
I can see that.
She had so many. She spent like half the stream arguing with chat about things. Like, it's just.
Yeah, she's had a very in the past few days she's been talking a lot on Twitter about like her she's been going to the doctor recently, taking care of herself. And she was prescribed some medications. Mm-hmm. And she talked about it on the stream apparently too, but she was she literally held a Twitter poll on whether she or not, she should or shouldn't take her medication. And I understand that's like medication's a big step. It's difficult. It's scary in general because I was prescribed anxiety medication a while back and I didn't try it for like 2 months after I got it. Granted, I was given it on the basis of take it if you need it. Mm-hmm. And I was very much like, I'm fine. I don't need it. And then I took it once and I was like, oh, wow.
Oh, I wasn't okay. Oh, my God. Okay, I'm getting anxious about how not... I'm fine.
Yeah. And again, there's always side effects with the medications. Consult with your doctors. Find a doctor you trust. That's the most important thing. And then
Finally, the Vtuber podcast has good medical advice.
They'll work with you to create a plan that works for you, and they'll adjust your medication as needed until you find the right balance.
But genuinely, Tyler, if you're taking medication, it helps to modify your behavior. Notify your doctor about every single part of it because there could be better.
Yes.
And you might discover in the end medication wasn't for you.
And that's fine. It is what it is. But
be smart.
Yeah. It's again, when I first started discussing medication with a therapist in the past, their perspective on it was that medication treats the symptoms and that like therapy can treat the causes. And that you still have to do, like medication can help you live a normal life. And especially whenever you work on it to the point where like you get the right combination of things for you. And therapy is going to help you address some of the causes for why you're having problems to begin with, potentially. It's going to work. Some people don't work with therapy at all, but it was a therapist that told me that. So, I mean, hey, that makes sense, right?
See, with this situation though, I don't think Pippa trusts any of them.
Pippa has extreme paranoia. She doesn't trust anyone or anything.
So she said she was not taking her medication, and I'm sure she will at some point.
Yes, and again,
But
it's
still.
There's also like I understand exactly where she's at. There's a certain amount of like nervousness when it comes to anything that's psychoactive. Like frankly, I understand. I do. It's. I'm not telling anyone to not take their meds, of course. I'm just saying that I can understand the hesitation. So, and that's a personal standpoint. Again, find a doctor you really trust and that you can go back to repeatedly and that is like willing to take your calls and help you. So,
It's a weird stream.
yes.
You probably shouldn't give it a chance.
Frankly.
It's probably not for you.
We're now discussing psychology and psychopharmaceuticals and such. So
I'm legitimately not sure how the VOD is still on YouTube, but it's still there last I checked.
No comment.
not for...
No flash photography.
Yes, maybe, no. Okay. All right. Yuko did an outfit design.
Yeah, this was a concept design, which she drew herself. I didn't even know she could draw, but she's not half bad, actually.
There you go.
But this was her second concept that she did. She said she had done a punk one at some point in the past. I'm not sure when. Mm-hmm. And this time she wanted to go with like a kind of like a cute military design. So she was using like Arc Knights and I don't know what else. Gun Gal and Blue Archive as references.
Okay. Makes a lot of sense.
So like, you know, like the anime military style, in other words.
Yeah. Opote, if you've never heard of it, is an anime about girls that are actually guns. Anyway. Mecha Musume is the genre of mechanical girls. Anyway, let's she wants her outfit to be really detailed, and she wanted a UMP-45 for sure, which is a cool-ass gun. I get it. I'm not usually one to talk about guns, but that's a cool-ass gun. Firearm. We use the word firearm on YouTube. I apologize. Whenever you remember things halfway through a sentence.
You're doing good, Nick. Keep on editing.
Thanks.
Well, she specifically said she wants this to be an extremely detailed model. So she was trying to come up with anything she could.
Yeah, it looks like she's got like a tack vest and things like that. Again, I understand the draw of militaria and things like that. So if that's one of the things she wants to go really detailed in, there's going to be patches. There's going to be different things like that. So.
You know what was weird about this, though? What was really weird about this was the preview picture for the stream was a professionally done art picture of her in military gear. She already had a professionally done picture drawn for the preview of the stream.
Well, I mean, that could have been just something she lifted off Twitter, though. It's hard to say.
It could have been.
But also, she's going to want her own spin on it. She's going to want to actually show the things that are important to her, right? So
yeah.
I get it. I understand her wanting to put her own touches on it and things. She also did a drinking stream.
Yeah, I didn't actually get to watch a ton of this. So quick little mini story. I used to play League of Legends a lot.
You poor soul.
Like a lot.
Yeah, I know.
When it was in beta. It was great then. It was a casual, fun game. Nobody knew what they were doing. It was
then
actually...
It became the sweaty fest.
It was kind of hard. And the game went on. Esports came into the scene. It was still kind of neat. It became franchised esports. That was not fun anymore. I did not like that. If you're into that, fine. It's a sport now. I hate sports. I don't watch sports for a reason. League of Legends is a sport now, so I don't want to watch it.
It's a sport where both teams can talk to each other with no issues. With the communication vector, not what's being said.
But anyway, I used to play this with a friend, and it used to be when you hit midnight, that's when it was time you should probably stop playing because only people that were extremely drunk played at that time. And eventually it became to the point where my friend joined them in the drinking. And the last few years I played League, the only time we ever played was when he was very drunk. So I pop into Yuko's drinking stream to see what she's doing. What is she playing? League of Legends. She was already drunk.
Oh my god.
Well, I would say that you have to be drunk to enjoy League of Legends nowadays, personally.
See, the thing about this stream was I skimmed through the beginning of it. She started off with Fortnite, and then she went to Fall Guys. She started League once she was drunk.
Fall Guys would be the best when you're drunk, because it's simple. Go forward, jump, grab wall, grab a penguin. It's very simple games, you know. Rip the butt plug out of the other enemy guys. That's Fall Guys, you know.
Yeah. Well, she was only playing ARAMs. I think she was just doing custom games to viewers anyway. But the longer she played League, the dramatically worse her typing got, to the point where you could no longer read what she was typing anymore.
I like that. That's a good level of drunk.
Yeah.
Can I tell you about the only time that I vaguely remember getting very drunk while playing video games? Because normally if I'm drinking, I'm either at a bar or a friend's house watching movies or something, But the one night I got home and I was in a fucking state, and I had a bottle of sake, and I was like, I fired up, I think it was Battlefield 1. It was Battlefield 1 or Battlefield 5. Might have been 5. And I was playing with some friends and like 3 other guys. We had a squad, And, and I was like, all right, I'm drinking a shot of sake every time I die.
It's Battlefield.
I know.
41.
I died a lot.
42.
In the first match that we played, I drank the whole bottle and I was wasted.
Guys, this is a poorly conceived idea.
I was like screaming at things and like, I don't know. I was fucking belligerent drunk when I was playing that. I don't remember anything past that first match. I woke up the next day and my friends were like, "Are you all right?" I was like, "I don't think I am, guys." Like, not anymore. Anyway, don't drinking game.
Well, Yuko had a shot counter on her screen, and I'm not sure when she was even following it, because it was just kind of there.
Gotcha.
She was drinking Monster mixed with vodka.
After a while, you stop caring. You just drink. It's one of those things.
And this led into the next stream.
The next stream, which is the Idle Corp Minecraft server merge stream.
Yes, and Yuko was very hungover for this.
Understandable.
It was the next day.
One night of League of Legends, what it does to a lady.
Fuyo was there at a Minecraft outfit for her model. Nice. We had... okay, so every generation up until now had their own server, right? That makes sort of sense, but now they've all merged together.
It was a little weird, because Idle Corp has like 5 or 6 different gens, all with like not a lot of people in them.
Yeah, the biggest talent that they have is generally Rin Penrose, as far as I know, and Yuko. They're the 2 biggest. Connie's definitely got some wind under her sails recently, which is good to see. Poco, I don't really know Poco, but Rakarorin is like doing really good right now. There's Nikki, Kai Saikota, Juno Nagi. All these folks were there for the server merge stream, right?
Yeah.
So it looks like they're still working on it. There's a few things that they still need to iron out, of course, but
yeah, it was interesting because they took all of the servers, like all of the individual servers, and merged them, so everybody's stuff was still somewhere.
I like that though. That's good.
Yeah.
It's a cool thing.
But it kind of screwed some things up, obviously, because you can't get that to work right completely. The Nether was like, I think it was completely wiped at the time that they were playing.
That's probably fair.
Anything they had there was gone.
I've managed to do something like that successfully one time, and it took so much work that it was. I just decided from then on we would just start a new server every time something changed like that. So. Let's talk about Fuyo Cloverfield's Joy of Painting handcam stream, though, because that sounds interesting to me.
Yeah, so she had Bob Ross' Joy of Painting episode up.
Oh.
Very calm.
This is nice. This is normal.
Yeah.
I feel safe.
Yeah.
Let me have this.
Sorry, you can't have that. So this was a very calm stream, mostly.
Oh, okay, good.
She's actually really good at drawing and painting in general. She was using like old paints from high school apparently, and she was using a makeup brush because she didn't have like actual paintbrushes.
Sure, fuck it, why not? Go for it. Use what you have at your disposal. Any survivalist will tell you the same.
Yeah, she did really well. She followed along, screamed at Bob a lot, and her painting came out really great. Between this and the Minecraft stream, I learned some things about her that I didn't know, and I don't know why. Everyone from Idle Corp that I watch has to be cursed in some way, but...
I feel like this is like Carlos actively trying to bring back normal content.
I watched Bob Ross video with her. Why did this have to be cursed?
It just always goes straight to Smegma Town.
Pardon the fuck out of me. All right, tentacle art. She wants tentacle art. Go for it.
She asked for hentai game recommendations. The chat sent her some. She's been playing them. Not on stream for her own enjoyment. She apparently really likes tentacles a lot because she talked about them in this stream and the Minecraft stream both. I don't know.
They're unfeeling.
I've watched her. I've mostly watched her do ASMR, and like a Joy of Painting stream. I don't do this on purpose.
What? Let's get back to the painting real quick.
Tell me more about the painting.
Did she beat the devil out of her brush?
She tried.
Oh, okay.
She was doing it like in her room though, and could not do that.
You gotta beat the devil out of it.
You gotta beat the devil out of it. Bow, bow.
Thank you for joining our ASMR segment.
Speaking of ASMR, there's a clip I would have included if I was wise and helped. Mume had a moment on one of her streams where she was talking about like ASMR she had done for membership, I think, and someone in the chat went, "That wasn't real ASMR." And Mume like fucking threw her shit down and said, "You weren't there." In 2016, before we had the word ASMR, we had to call them whispers. You weren't there. Mume is like, I love when Mume draws a line in the fucking sand about her opinions and about what she knows. She's funny when she has a really fucking solid opinion, and I agree with her. You don't know this community. Shut up. Mume does. She clearly very deeply cares about this.
This is where somebody piped up and she started going off, and everybody's just like, "Let her cook, man. Let her cook."
Mume literally has streams dedicated to her opinions where she talks about like shopping carts and how much it pisses her off when people don't return the shopping cart.
She's correct in that feeling.
Solid. She's always right. She's
ultimate
cooking.
litmus test of the human soul and all that stuff. Indeed. Speaking of, let's talk about GX Aura.
Oh, the GX Aura segment.
Who lives in my soul?
That was really funny. SpongeBob references are very good. Way to go, me.
Oh, congratulations. You've caught up to
I will refrain from speaking.
Okay, so this is where I've been for the past week. I've been not watching HoloLive. I've been primarily watching Aura and Fillion for some reason.
I caught a little bit of Fillion when she was doing VR chat with Henya.
That is mostly what she does. So let's start with Aura. Aura did a really, really fun stream about her family tree. This was on Saturday or Sunday.
Oh, this lady has a weird sense of humor.
Yes.
No, this is her very serious family tree.
Yeah, there was no laughing
A
here.
cat fucked Veggie Tales and made Sans Undertale.
Yes.
Okay, she's not even sure about that one.
Fair. I'm just going on record. I said it in her chat during the stream because I did actually watch this live, and I'm standing by it now. Bonjora is my Oshi. I don't even think she referenced Bonjora for more than 5 seconds. I don't care. New Oshi.
To appreciate that if Shadow fucks the Angry Bird, it creates Elmo and another Shadow.
Yeah, that's Uncle Red and her
Good
cousin
to know
Shadow.
the Shadow allele is dominant.
But did you forget? You haven't even looked at where T-Po Zing
I saw T-Po.
fucked literal Pokemon God.
I just want to know how Tinky Winky factors in.
Did you miss the part where Capora adopted some chicken nuggets that were found in the sewer?
The government recognizes this.
And that is how current Aura came to be. Except here's the fun thing. Oh, also I love the little rat in a potato car. That's just there. That one mated with the number 26.3 to produce mother.
But only in some universes.
So here's the thing. None of this happened in our universe. All of this is an alternative universe. She got to the end of the stream and was like, none of this matters. This is all an alternative timeline.
God, she's cooking.
This was my favorite thing I've watched in potentially weeks. This was pure, unadulterated, rambling insanity, and I'm fucking here for it.
100%. Some of her energies fucking remind me of like fucking Rin Penrose's bullshit.
It's so good.
Well, she'll have like a fucking PowerPoint with pie charts ready to go, and it's all nonsense.
Oh my god.
Kudos.
100%. This was just like I cleaned my office for like 3 hours while watching this stream, and it was so good. Kudos, Aura. As always, you are fantastic. Yeah, she called out Carlos specifically by name for crying at Kanade 17 times. Not actually by name, but she did call that out, and I was just like, oh yeah, I've heard about that. And Carlos apparently was like, my memories.
How dare you? It was only 6 times.
There you go. The other thing, I watched her play Yakuza for a little bit. She's deep into Yakuza 6 right now, and she has also posted a ranking of Yakuza games on her Twitter. I do not understand it. I have not played any Yakuza game. I was lost while watching this, but I was just vibing, yo.
I like her taco sombrero.
Yes. The Taco Brero.
Ole.
See.
See.
Other things that I watched this week include I watched Haruka Caribou for a while.
Oh,
She is a member of Vishojo.
Fishy
She is some sort of deer, perhaps a moose.
caribou, even.
Nah, don't be fucking silly. Yeah, I watched some of her just chatting stream. She was just hanging out. Overall, just a good vibe. I like her. Mm-hmm. She's aggressively Canadian.
Hey.
funny stereotype.
There you go. She wears flannel. Aside from that, I also caught up in a ton of Fillion this week. Fillion, if you don't know, is the 2 million subscriber on YouTube VTuber who streams in VR chat all the time. She's super energetic, over the top, really funny. Genuinely has some really fantastic collabs. She recently collabed with Pippa. She's collabed with Porcelain Doll in the past. Who was the one you just called out? Henya. She's done stuff with Henya before. All of it's really good. She does a lot of physical comedy. My favorite thing that she does ever, she can do this a billion times, I will laugh every single time, is someone will dunk on her, and her response is to take her VR headset, spin it around so it looks like she's broken her own neck, and then flop onto the floor. Every time she does it, I fucking die laughing. And I'm a 4-year-old child and I don't care. It's hilarious every time. Just absolutely the funniest shit I've ever seen. She also, I love the fact that she just has random shit that she like hangs off of while streaming and stuff. Like she's actively being like doing, I don't know if she has Mococo or something else, but she's got like full body tracking. And she's said in the past that she's broken like a half dozen trackers over the time that she's been streaming because she just keeps banging into shit. Like,
It's like, has Chris Farley been reborn?
I don't know, but I will tell you that I fucking love watching Fillion's content. Keep it up. You're awesome, Philly.
I specifically remember when I was watching a little bit of Henya, I said, and I don't remember what they were even doing, like a math question or something. And
Sounds right.
they answered, the number was obviously wrong. And it's like, what do you think of this? It's like, oh, yeah, I think it looks good. And then it's like, wait a second. Hold on. And she just like leaves the number up on the screen. It's like, I got something. And then just suddenly you hear like this really vulgar rap song start playing about that number.
Oh, God.
Henya was so confused.
So I did like there's a specific clip of Henya telling Fillion, oh, I have a perfect Japanese word for you. It's peton. We don't know what peton is. We're fucking degenerates. But Fillion's like, peton, yeah, what does it mean? Of course, Henya's like, flat-chested. And Fillion, of course, breaks her own neck and falls down. Because that's what you do in response. Fillion has a full interview with the CEO of Twitch that exists.
Why would she?
And my favorite part of that is where she's just like talking to him and she's like, yeah, you can hit me right now. I won't even be bothered. And he's like, are you sure? And she's just like, yeah, just do it. And he's just like, and she just goes, oh, like immediately like ragdolls and just falls down. It's so good. It's so stupid. I just love watching her streams. They're so ridiculous. She's my indie focus of the week. It's Fillion. There you go.
There's your indie focus. Subscribe to Fillion.
Do it now. She's great.
Hit the like button.
Again, aggressively Canadian, by the way. I assume.
They keep winning!
She seems Canadian to me. She's very friendly. And then the other thing that I watched that was really cool was Nophi did another EO Salon stream. This one is a HoloLive person.
Oh, we're back.
Yes. The comfort zone returns. Nophi is from HoloLive Indonesia Generation 1. She occasionally does this stream called EO Salon. They're generally really entertaining. Basically, she grabs bald versions of her of the other folks from HoloLive and then creates new hairstyles.
Oh yeah. I love these.
These are really fun to watch. Nophi's very artistically talented. She gave Narissa and Calli new haircuts this time. Narissa got a crop cut. Calli got to let her hair down.
I think I might have seen screenshots or something of this, and I didn't know what I was looking at.
They usually make the rounds. So they're basically just new hairstyles that she designs and sticks on their heads. They look really good all the time because Nophi, again, talented artist. One of my favorite things about these streams in particular, or any of her drawing streams, for her drawing streams, you obviously have the view of the art application she's using to draw, but she also has an animated hand with a stylus that moves along with her movements. That's cute. And it's like all rigged to her and stuff, so it's really cool. I just love that. It's such a nice little touch. All right, that's everything I watched this week.
Yep.
Cameron, did you watch anything this week?
I showed my friends obsessively the clip of Gura admiring the dog.
Fake fan.
I'm not a real VTuber fan. It's just true.
I mean,
watch
if you're showing people Gura, you're trying to get.
I'm spreading. I'm continuing to push friends down the rabbit hole. I watched some of that stuff. I'm looking down because she already started a stream she said she was going to do soon where she's going to teach people about vitamins.
Educational nurse roleplay, gentle vitamin feeding and health overview.
A slide literally just appeared on the stream discussing vitamin B2, and it has more than one paragraph. She's going in.
Obviously, we've got to wrap this up so we can get to this. It's very important.
I hear this has vitamin B. I'm hoping she'll assure me.
You're going to see the sunrise tonight, bud.
Yeah, I'm not going to be in work
Drinking
tomorrow.
that much Monster.
I might not be in tomorrow.
All right, our industry focus of the week is getting skipped this week. It would be Shirogane Noelle. It will be next week.
We need all the time we need.
Yes.
Give me some time to actually look into her because I know literally nothing about her.
Oh, dude, Noelle is so cool. She's really great. She's really funny. She has tons of personality. I believe she has K-Cup personality.
I understand.
For Night Cup, she's a knight.
Oh. Nightly milk.
With bazongas.
Yeah.
All right. But if you like what we're doing here and want to hear about Noelle's personality next week,
subscribe for tits.
Subscribe for the massive milkers, the mammary overloads,
the chivalry.
The chivalry. Yes, I have no excuses for what the fuck happened.
That's
this week.
not where I was expecting this to go, but all right.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the end of the day, we're all just dudes. So if you like to hang out and listen to dudes talk about VTubers, drop a subscription down below. Give us a 5-star rating on podcast services. Let us know in the comments if there's anything you want us in particular to cover, or if there's anybody you'd like us to specifically talk about. If there's a cool VTuber that did a cool stream this week and you want us to know about it, let us know about it.
Appreciate the we've been reading every single comment. Good comments still coming in. We're celebrating a lot of personal milestones.
Yeah.
YouTube's above 50.
Yeah, we've got 51 subs right now, which is big for us.
That is 51 more than I thought we'd ever hit.
Yeah, exactly.
Bravo to us and bravo to you for some reason putting up with this. We appreciate that. The TikTok, I believe, hit 420. Is this true?
Yeah, 420 followers. Nice.
Nice.
Thank you, sincerely, everybody who has... I'm going to not do the thing where I'm just like, they put up with us. I'm going to do the thing where I say, thank you genuinely for showing support. It's always really appreciated. And we love you guys.
Continue to interact with us and you can mold the show.
It's true.
We are monkeys who dance.
Bend us to your whim. All right, on to birthdays and anniversaries.
Shall we?
All right, birthdays this week. We missed Reine last week. We suck. But happy birthday, Reine!
Happy birthday.
Mep. Also, sorry, go ahead, what?
Nothing.
Fair enough. Let's hit anniversaries. We got a few. These are basically all the anniversaries from HoloLive, specifically from the month of September. On the 3rd, there was Ayame. On the 4th, there was Choco. On the 7th, Sora. On the 8th, Auron from HoloStars. And then, of course, the ones that are very important for us personally and are currently occurring basically while we're recording this. Calli and Kiara on the 12th. Happy anniversary, ladies. It's been 3 great years with you. We look forward to more.
Kiara's anniversary was very fun.
Yes.
I saw the stream for that. She went camping and and paragliding and shit.
Yes, and we got to look at her eyes.
Yes. For Wawas.
Yes, the Wawas. Free the Wawas. Ina, Gura, and Watson for us tomorrow. For you guys, 2 days in the past. On the 13th, again, 3 great years with these fine ladies and hopefully many more. Agreed?
Agreed.
Subaru on the 16th. She's a duck.
Agreed.
She's ducking great.
Agreed.
Hey, we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Thank you.